Before doing this activity with your class, make sure that you've copied off enough bingo sheets for every student in your class. You can use the regular copy where students are able to write directly onto the paper, or you could insert each sheet into a plastic cover where students can use expo markers to erase and rewrite the words. Along with the bingo sheets, you need to make sure that you've printed off every card for each short vowel word you want to use. You can add words as your students progress with short vowel words, and you can also include a little picture underneath each word to help students when you're showing them to the class or reading them out. Along with these words, you need to write all the words you're using on a whiteboard, so that way students can copy every word onto their bingo sheet before you actually start the game. Make sure that each student writes the word in a random order on their sheet, so not all the students are getting bingos at the same time. After students have finished copying all their short vowel words on their bingo sheet, I'll grab my list of short vowel words and randomly select one. I'll read it out loud, den, and then students will look for that word on their bingo sheet. It would be right here for mine. Cover it with a marker, and then wait for the next word to be read. The goal is to get 5 words vertically or horizontally in a row, and then they can shout out bingo. If they need additional help with the words, they can draw a little picture of the word below and use that to help them for future studying and practice. Also, this game is good for students who struggle with short vowel sounds, or it can be used in center activities as students rotate to help practice on some of their short vowel words. For assessment with short vowel bingo, before even starting the activity, you can kind of pre-assess your students by leading up to the activity by asking them if they can see any short vowel words in the classroom, in any of the text they're reading, or on any of the word walls you might have. And you can keep a close eye on the students who aren't able to answer this question or who are answering it incorrectly. So that way when you start the activity, you're able to keep a close eye on them and make sure they're doing the activity right and able to understand these short vowel words. You can also do this in small group instruction. So if you have a group of students who's having trouble with a group of the short vowel words in a particular test, or you notice that when they're turning in papers with sentences that they're not quite getting these, or they're not speaking them correctly, you can group those students together and then go over the words that you notice they're consistently getting wrong. And you can use this bingo specifically for those words that they need help on. And then you can also include this activity in center activities. So you can have students get their bingo sheet, and you can pre-make them and use the plastic sleeve with the expo markers so that they can erase and it can be used for the next group that goes to that center. And you can have one student act as the caller, and then they can rotate and they can practice their short vowel words this way, so that way they're consistently practicing them throughout the week. And then after, you can have them turn in their short vowel bingo sheets, and if you're including having them draw a picture, you can see who was able to draw pictures correctly. Notice that if they put the markers on correctly, because once you check the markers, they could have put one on that was incorrect. Like they may have put one on, let's see, bat and rat. They could have accidentally covered rat over bat. And then you can also have their parents practice this activity with them at home. So you can include it in a plastic sheet, give a list of words to the parent, and have them kind of go over this. And then when you do this in the center, having students read the word out loud also can help them pronounce the words correctly. And then they can make connections with other short vowel words that they can see, like rat and hat. They can see that, oh wow, we just switched the first letter, and they still both have the short vowel sound. So they can use this for reading future text. if they don't recognize a word, they can see that, oh, I already know the word bat, and the R is just switched with the B, so I bet it's rat. So that's that.